Welcome to the GCN Tech Show.
After a few weeks apart, Ollie and I are back together and we have a mega show lined up for this week.
It is going to be good. Like, we've got loads of stuff. We've got Red Bull helmets, 13 speed, new speedy tyres, handlebars that have broken, the group sets and that, and
we've got all the good stuff, basically.
Loads.
We're also going to be discussing if some of the lesser known brands from the Far East are starting to catch up with the bigger brands in terms of the technology that they're using.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Can you turn the heating up now, please?
22, no.
We're going to begin, though, with an update on the most desirable bike in the world.
Yes.
So, we've got the polls, right? So we had our, like, semi-finals.
A couple of weeks back, actually, now.
Yes, so semi-final one. Cannondale System 6 versus Scott Foyle RC.
System 6 takes it.
Dominated, 65%.
Easy, yeah.
Strong contender moving into the final.
So the next round was a real toughie. It was 3 different bikes.
Yeah.
Like, we had the SRX Tarmac SO7, the Aeroad CFR, and the Colnago C68, and it was close between all 3 of these, to be fair.
Yeah, basically, we're not very good at maths, and so we somehow ended up with 2, a 3, and a 2 in the semi.
I'm not sure how that happened.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, Canyon Aeroad CFR. That's one, and it was very close between all those 3 bikes. 36% takes it.
Then the final one, what do we have?
The Bianchi Ultra RC versus the Pinarello Dogma F, last year's most desirable bike.
Wow.
75%. Smashed it.
Okay, so does that mean the final, by my calculations?
It's a 3-way.
Dogma F, Canyon Aeroad, and System 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of those 3 bikes is going to be the most desirable bike in the world, officially, as voted for by you guys over in the GCN app. So make sure you head over and vote in the final poll to, well, it's been weeks and weeks of voting.
Yeah, Man and I said this last week, don't complain about the bike that wins if you haven't headed over and voted. Yeah. That's the best way of sorting it out.
So this week has been lots of tech news, but something that's been appearing in my news feeds a lot across media is a new group set.
Yes.
Right, from China. It's from a brand called L-Twoo. Which sounds like something an owl says, but it's actually Mandarin for blueprint.
Do you have to say it in that voice all the time, like the effect?
L-Twoo. Yeah, that's how it's written.
Okay, so I have seen this group set as well, and it would appear to be taking a similar approach to how it's working to what the latest Shimano group set is doing. So you've got wireless connection from the shifters to the rear derailleur, and the rear derailleur is connected to a battery, and so is the front derailleur as well.
So it's a 12-speed wireless hydraulic disc brake group set.
Which sounds amazing,
for a fraction of the price of what Ultegra, Dura Ace or SRAM Access costs. Yeah. Now, the interesting thing about this is the guy that's behind L-Twoo is actually a mechanical engineer who has 20 years experience, I've read. Previously, 10 of those years were spent as a senior engineer at SRAM.
That's quite interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd think he'd be pretty clued up on what's going on.
Yeah, that's quite a good CV for starting a group set brand, isn't it? So the weight of this new RX group set that they've got, ERX, because it's electronic now. Previously, last year, it was just mechanical, but now it's electronic. Is said to be comparable to Ultegra. Yeah, now this,
we're referring to it as a group set, but it's really just what I would describe as like a shifting set. Yeah. Because you haven't got, well, it doesn't include a chain, it doesn't include a cassette, and it doesn't include a crank, as well as maybe a couple other components. No, so you'd have to use an aftermarket 12-speed cassette, chain, and crankset. Well, and then factor that into the price as well. Yeah. But even when you do factor those costs in, it's still coming out at really budget-friendly. Yeah, so it's, well, by pricing it up on AliExpress, which is where you can get it, it's looking at $600. Which is unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah. What's that in pounds? Like 500, I think, roughly?
Well, I mean,
give or take.
Goodness knows what the pound is doing at the moment. The financial markets at the moment are all over the place.
It could have changed by the time this goes out.
50p? Don't know. £1,000? Don't know. Take your pick.
So this new group set, right? It's electronic, it's 12-speed, it's wireless, and you've got hydraulic disc brakes. The question is it any good?
Yeah, well, there's been quite a lot of reviews, and I've been watching these reviews online. And the general consensus seems to be that it works. Yeah. And it's all right. I mean, it's not like as refined or as polished, or quite as well made as those much more expensive offerings from the established brands. Yeah. But yeah, it seems right.
But it's a bit fraction of the price.
Yeah, a bit like the Chinese group set that we bought a few months ago.
That was even cheaper. That was like £300. But in fairness, that did take 3 months to arrive from when I ordered it. Yeah. So if you're in a rush for bike parts, that's not so great, is it? No. But it is interesting all this because we are seeing some of the big brands facing more and more competition from some of the lesser known brands. And it's really...
Particularly in China.
Yeah, particularly in China. And I think it's really going to shake up what sort of brands do with their pricing and the technology that they're making stuff with.
Yeah, well, on the whole, competition within a free market is what it's all about. And that's good, usually, for the consumer. Because left unchecked, people can charge what they like. But if other people start making something... If something's priced too highly... Yeah. And then another brand can then come in and compete and price something more fairly, then it does bring the price down.
Which is good for everyone, really. I think this is something that's going to change that. I think we are going to see lesser known brands, maybe from China or the Far East, which are going to start to really compete with the big brands. And I do think it's gradually going to make everyone take far more notice of this stuff. Yeah.
But the thing is what you can't establish yet is whether or not things are priced fairly or unfairly. Yeah. It's like the market decides what is a fair price for something.
That's true.
And what is clear is that, like, yes, the top end like Jura Ace stuff is going to be probably made in lower numbers. Yeah. And it's got more exotic materials. So, and it's meant to be the absolute pinnacle. Same with any of the top end group sets. So, yeah, we can't really disseminate where they sit and relative to other cheaper offerings.
The thing that just occurred to me, right, get this, is, like I was just saying, it took 3 months to get that first Chinese group set. What are you going to do if you break a component? You can't just go down to your local bike shop.
Yeah, that's going to be a disadvantage, isn't it? Because bike shops are unlikely. I mean, I don't know any bike shop that's stocking spares
of
or replacement parts of little grub screws and front mechs and whatever.
And warranty issues and stuff like that as well.
Yes, so there is that, and I think, if you're attracted by these kind of group sets, they can offer exceptional value. The one thing to bear in mind is that you're probably going to have to be confident working on that and fitting that to your bike. Yeah. Because again, when it's not something that bike shops stock and sell themselves, they're probably not going to be too happy about you coming in and going, oh, can you fit this to my bike, please?
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with that. And I think, like you say, if you're competent with doing your own mechanics and fixing your own stuff like that, then that's fantastic. But if you're not, maybe not a great suggestion for you. So those are sort of our brief thoughts on the subject, but we are keen to hear your thoughts on this. So do let us know in the comments section down below what you think, and we can discuss some of that next week.
Yeah, and while on the subject of sort of other group set components, but breaking into the big three, so to speak. Classified launched a 13-speed cassette last week. Wow. Which means that's now compatible with, Campagnolo, Ekar, 1x sort of systems.
Nice. Yeah, also, cool. Drivetrain news that we can discuss in Hot Tech as well. It was reported that Wout van Aert was using a 1x chainring on his bike at
Sanremo.
Yeah, Sanremo.
Which you can watch on GCN Plus.
Which I did, actually. Did
full race replay and highlights.
I didn't watch the full race replay, I've got to be totally honest.
I watched, the last 50k I watched.
Also, talking of Wout van Aert, Sai was telling me yesterday that he raced, Wout van Aert, not Sai, raced on 30 mil wide tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I think there's some interesting tech choices going on there. What we've seen in the wind tunnel, I wouldn't personally advocate that. If I was in charge of what the team riders were using, I would probably be getting them on 25s. Or 26s.
Yeah? Okay. But the use of 1x is quite interesting, and I kind of can see the thought process behind this, because that race, you're not going to use the front derailleur, and you're unlikely to use the small
if you're Wout van Aert. Well, I think he might be big ringing the Poggio and the Cipressa and
well, I mean, anyone that's at the front half of that bike race is probably going up there in the big ring.
Yeah. Well,
so then why would you have the front derailleur for all that time?
Well, there's an interesting thing here, and I don't know the answer to it. Oh. It's probably worth us investigating.
Yeah.
But there is an aerodynamic gain for removing the front derailleur.
Yes.
And so that's why it makes total sense in a time trial, especially a flat one, where you're not using the full range of the cassette and you're just wanting to stick in the middle, roughly, of the cassette.
Yeah, the chain's in the straight
because
line.
Because one by and narrow wide chain rings have a drivetrain penalty. They're less efficient. When the chain is in the extreme angles, it's less efficient than it is when it's in a nice straight line. And so in a bunch where you're kind of in the slipstream of the peloton, is the aero gain of one by worth it for like that long race?
Yeah.
Versus like offset against the drivetrain frictional loss penalty of using the extremities of the cassette.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you're going to assume he's going to go up the Poggio in the top of the cassette still.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the big ring, you're not going to be like down the bottom, are you?
I don't know the answer to that. It's probably worth looking at, but I'm not sure that one by would be the best solution for Milano Sanremo. Well, I'm putting that out there.
Well, he didn't win anyway.
Well, yeah,
there you go. In other hot tech news this week, we have a new helmet from Lazer to discuss. Well, talking about Wout van Aert, we might as well carry on, shall we?
Yeah. So
this is a collaboration between Lazer, Red Bull and Wout van Aert, so that you can have a Red Bull themed helmet to take home and ride in. But don't get hopes up just yet. It's not quite as cool and the same iconic design that Red Bull sponsored athletes use. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's cool.
I think the Red Bull sponsored athlete helmet thing is really interesting, and I think it's really cool because credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Right. This is for triathletes. Okay.
Why do you bring triathletes into stuff?
Because this is something that they do get right. So you know, like how when you do a time trial, helmet choice is very individual. People often message us and go, "What's the fastest time trial helmet?" It's
well, there isn't one.
There isn't one. It depends on you and your shape. Like it's individual.
Yeah.
So having a Red Bull sponsor helmet is good because it means that the Red Bull riders, they can choose whatever helmet they want and then they just paint it up as Red Bull. So they get the one that's the best shape for them. I think
that's a good point. So discussing this Lazer collaboration, you've got two different helmets to choose from. You've got the Vento, which is the more premium aero one, and then the Strada, which is the mid-range version, slightly less aero. Vento, only available 1,994 units. Do you know why that is? Have a just wild guess. Wout van Aert's year of birth.
1,990 what?
1994.
Oh,
1,990. I just said it in a really complicated way.
Oh.
The Strada one is going to be available in greater numbers though. So yeah.
Why? Who was born? When was that? What was that?
I don't know where. There was no number for that one.
Oh.
So it's unlimited. Yeah. The dawn of it, whenever the Earth arrived. There you go. Right. What else we got on hot tech? I've forgotten.
Bianchi.
Yeah, let's discuss that next.
So next up, some news on the Bianchi Ultra. Now it's not been a good year, right? I mean, it's just been destroyed by the Pinarello F, the most desirable bike pole. Controversial when it launched with its fairings, ducts
wind
on the
deflectors
side that were banned by the UCI.
Yeah.
Another setback. So while racing in the GP de Denain, right, Hugo Hofstetter for Arkea, he crashed twice and the handlebar snapped.
Each time?
Twice.
I saw this, it was all over social media.
Not good. Not a good PR thing for the bike. Now, Bianchi did respond to this. And they said that, the bars didn't just snap. Well, you'd hope so.
No.
The brakes were caused by, two separate brakes were caused by two separate crashes on which the handlebars suffered impacts.
Yeah, they've taken the sort of brunt of the force of it.
Yeah. And they also wanted to stress that the handlebars have passed all the same safety standards that handlebars currently have to pass in order to be deemed safe for sale and use, and that's the same for the pros using them as it is for people buying the bike. That said, lightning does appear to have struck twice in a relatively short space of time.
It does seem very unfortunate, doesn't it?
Yeah, and...
So the thing that first occurs to me is that in a race situation, stuff is always pushed to its absolute limits, then introduce the fact of a crash and an impact or force has gone through an item, in this time handlebars, in a complete wrong way to what it's designed to be strong, and therefore I feel like unfortunately stuff like this will eventually start to happen.
Yeah, but it's not, you don't often see handlebar brakes.
No.
It's not a common thing. I mean, remember the Matthew van der Poel one last year.
How could people forget that? Yeah. It was everywhere.
But then, on top of that, you look, that bar does have that funny shape. It's an unusual shape, isn't it, with that aero slot in the middle of it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, you know,
it's interesting.
It'd be interesting to see if they modify the design in any way. But at the moment, I've not heard anything about a recall or anything like that. So.
No, me neither. And then finally, in Hot Tech this week, we have a brand new tyre from Pirelli. It's a speedy boy because Pirelli are saying it's 24% faster than the old one. So this is the P0 Race TLR, a tyre which has been around for a little while now, but there's a major update to this. Do you want to know the title of this technology?
Yes.
Speed Core.
That sounds fast.
I don't know why I said it in sort of an American accent. Pirelli's Italian. But never mind. We'll just brush over that. So 24% faster. What does that actually mean, I hear you ask? Does it mean that if you ride at 40 kilometers an hour, you're going to now ride at 50? Unfortunately not.
Oh.
It's to do with the rolling resistance.
Okay.
So we're really talking in the realms of, at best, a handful of watts saving. But which is still a big saving to be had.
Oh, I'll take it, yeah.
Yeah, so this new technology that Pirelli have developed is to do with an inner surface lining on the tyre. So it means that the tyre is like thinner, it's more flexible, and this new Speed Core technology has got aramid fibres added into it, which means it also helps improve the puncture resistance of the tyre.
So they've changed the way in which they're constructing the tyre.
Yes.
Is what I took from it.
And
it's like actually they're taking the tech that they've developed for their motorbike tyres and automotive tyres, and then they're now like putting that into road tyres to improve their road
sort of, but the big like game-changing part is the aramid fibres which are blended into the inner surface coating, which means they can make the tyre in a similar way to how a clincher tyre is made, so really thin and flexible, and then this coating on the inside, because of the particles, it gives it a level of like mechanical strength.
Nice. Well, you've got an unboxing video where you can actually win these tyres.
Well, 3 sets to give away, actually.
It's a good prize.
Yeah, it's a good prize. So yeah, if you haven't, if you want to find more about these tyres, watch the unboxing video, and that is also how you can find out how to enter the competition.
Completely free to enter. Might as well.
Are you going to enter?
Yeah, actually could do some, yeah.
I could do with some new tyres.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't enter this. I don't want to steal some tyres from the kind viewers. Right, more Hot Tech next week. Right, it's now time for comments of the week.
Play the man on jingle.
Man on jingle.
Comments of the week. Not going to do a rap this week.
Right, first, before we get onto comments, we've got something else that we've been sent. This is amazing, right? A viewer, and I don't know who has sent this, because there's no note in the envelope, so I don't know who sent it. They've made us a poster, which I think we should put up in the set somewhere. Check this out.
That is actually unbelievable.
Yeah. How good is that?
That's amazing.
The UCI has no jurisdiction here.
And there's pointing. Yeah.
They don't, and that's because they don't.
I would like that poster with a picture of you on it, pointing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
We'll put that somewhere.
Is there anything more in the thing, or is that it?
No, there's some stickers as well, but like little small
stickers.
Cool, yeah.
If I had stickers on my laptop, I could probably stick one on, but I'm not going to.
On to the comments.
Comments.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
So first comments are from last week's tech show. This was when Man and I were presenting last week.
Oh yeah.
Basically, there was a new Pinarello range of e-bikes out. I tell you, it literally took me 5 minutes to explain the range because there's that many. Jolly Giant says, with Frederick, that's me, 5 minutes of information about the Pinarellos done in one take and in one go. If so, blue and well done. Would you believe it? It actually was. It's not often I don't mess stuff up, but it was a one-hit wonder.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good, that.
Yeah,
well done.
You're genuinely surprised, aren't you?
Jolly Giant says, deserves a pay rise for that alone and a bigger one for putting up with Ollie.
Shots fired. Well, all right. I mean, I'm not going to turn it down, would you? You wouldn't turn that down.
Savage Pro, frequent commenter.
Yeah. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah. Says, when should we expect GCN's ChatGPT bike mechanic instructions?
Well, we've been doing it for months now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get that ChatGPT to write it.
It's right tech show.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, we don't even write anything anymore. No, but it would be really cool to try that, and I'm intrigued to know how, how far its knowledge would go in terms of telling you what to do.
It would be good, wouldn't it?
Interesting. Maybe I should have just got that to tell Phil what to do.
Yeah.
Right, go on then.
On the video, which was tech, I wish I'd bought sooner that you did.
Oh, yeah.
Tuna Fish says, I never tire of seeing the clip of Ollie touch typing at 150 words per minute on his laptop. It's great.
Where I've seen this clip used in a video, and I don't know where it's from. It must be an old clip.
There's not just one clip.
It's just a general work rate.
There's lots of clips of it. It's just whenever they just set the cameras rolling, as I'm writing scripts and I'm working.
Yeah.
That's just what they capture.
Okay.
It's just how I roll.
Natural workflow. Okay. Darren Green says, "Buy once, cry once." Very true for many things. I've not heard that phrase before.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah.
Tyres video that you did.
Yeah.
On the tyres explained. It was a really good video. That very in depth, like looking at all the different types of tyres and the construction. And the
it's funny you say that. I received lots of positive comments, but not been a big hit on the views actually.
I think it's a slow burner.
It's a slow burner. All right. What's this comment?
It's like Kid A. Philip Bailey says, "What a useful and informative video. So useful, and can't wait to see this information at a dinner party soon. Thanks for the help and amazing graphics."
It is the sort of chat we would have at a dinner party, isn't it, actually, about tyres and stuff.
We've got great chat.
Yeah, about tyres.
We're great fun at parties.
Yeah, tyres, aero, one by.
Everyone's always telling us how we're great fun at parties.
Yeah. Oh well. More comments next week for that?
Yeah, Manon was like, "Ollie, you bet you're great fun at parties."
Yeah. Please tell me more about tyre hysteresis.
Yeah.
Oh, she never said that.
No, she did.
All right.
Yeah, I was talking about like rolling resistance and drag coefficients, and she was like, "Oh, Ollie, I bet you're great fun at parties."
I was man like this, "Ollie, please tell me more."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, keep the comments coming under all the videos. Not only is it fun reading them out and sharing, it helps promote what we do, doesn't it?
Yeah, we love reading your comments. So, next up is the bike vault. Where's the bell?
I've got it.
There it is.
There it is.
So you submit your bikes in the bike vault on the GCN app, and then you're able to vote on them, but we have the ultimate say. We judge if they're nice or super nice. If they're super nice, Alex rings the bell. So first up this week, the most super nice bike from last week comes from Beep Beep I'm a Sheep, which is an incredible username.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
I'm amazed that sheep can type.
Well, judging by the picture, they don't appear to be a sheep. No. And they've taken a picture of their Canyon Ultimate, which is in a blue colour that I used to have one like that.
That colour's amazing.
And mine was rim brake, and it was that colour, and I really miss that colour. It was a really nice one.
This is cool. Do you know what I really do like is the line design on the wheels. I quite like that.
Yeah. The tyres and wheels are aligned. It's in biggie smalls. It's pretty clean. It's decluttered.
But it's leant against the wall.
It's leant against a wall, and it's at a slight jaunty angle.
It's fixed now if I go like that.
Yeah. I think we can super nice that one though.
Yeah, we can let that slide through this week.
Yeah, it's
low standards this week.
Like
what's going on with the bell?
Next up.
Sushil 10.
Sushil 10.
With a Triban RC 500.
I love Triban RC 500s.
Not sure, this is the worst angle I've ever seen.
That is the most jaunty of jaunty angles.
It's so jaunty, it's almost jaunted round on itself.
What on earth is going on there? It's also a real wide angle lens. Is that a tent in the background underneath that tree?
I think it is. It looks like they're about to crash into a waterfall.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Triban RC.
It's such a shame we can't see it properly.
Yeah.
Because that, as we say, we love those bikes.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Next up, we've got Phil.98, the 98th Phil with a BMC Team Machine Road 01. Time Machine, even. There it is.
Your joke of the 98th Phil never gets tired, though. I love it.
Well, anyway, here we go. It is.
Why is it so far away from the camera?
It's and also it's silhouetted, isn't it? With where the sun is, you need to be in the right. Like the sun should be in front, not behind, so you can't see any of it. So it's a nice.
I'm disappointed. That's a nice.
Yeah.
Author AC. Oh, just AC 157. So this is an NV. What did you say this is?
Melee. French word. Yeah.
Melee. It's a French word. I know that.
It means like a fight.
Okay. Well, what do you think of this bike?
Jaunty angle, weird, like, nice. Done.
Fair play for having a bike like that and using flats. I think that's cool.
It's a beautiful bike,
yeah.
Just presented terribly.
Yeah, that's a nice.
It also looks like it's completely brand new, just picked it up from the shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Right, next one in is from Bodensirad.
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 It means Lake Constance bike.
Does it?
Well, that's, yeah, Lake Constance is what we call it, but yeah, the Germans,
okay.
Bodensee.
So this is a cube. They're not sure of the model, but I can tell you that from my many cycling trips to Mallorca, that is a hire bike from Mallorca.
It does look like it, doesn't it?
You see it everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, they are popular out there.
It says they'll be back in Mallorca soon, so there you go.
Is that San Salvador? Is that the top of San Salvador up there?
You tell me, to be honest.
It looks like it is. Yeah.
Well, we can't nice this. I mean, it's a nice photo, lovely bike.
I mean, there's a lot of like HDR effect going on there. Look at the sky.
Yeah.
As beautiful as Mallorca is, it's not ultramarine blue.
No.
Jaunty angle, non-drive side.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nice.
Unnecessary gubbins. It's just a nice. Next one in is from Javi Villa Alpando.
Javi Villa Pando. Javi Vial Pando.
Damn, I've been here for so many shows and I
Cube
still can't
cross
pronounce
race.
people's names. Another cube.
I can't.
Wow, this has a lot of gubbins on it.
I can't tell where the bike ends and the railings begin.
No.
Like.
Wow. That's the most accessorised bike I've ever seen in my entire life.
Absolute uber gubbins.
I mean, I don't even know that I can judge the bike.
Really dirty chain as well.
Valves, be clear here, valves are aligned. It's in the correct gear.
Yeah.
Cranks are aligned. It's not a jaunty angle, but it's not leaning against the wall. There's just a lot of stuff going on.
It's too busy.
It's too busy
Too busy. No, nice.
So does that mean we've only had one Superniced? Wow, that's devastating, isn't it?
The viewers must try harder.
Yeah.
We can't let standards slip.
We can't let standards slip. Anyway, this show's been incredible. It's been nice to have you back from your top secret mission.
Thanks.
And, well, if you want to see the top secret mission, we both took part, and it'll be available on GCN Plus in the coming months.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Well, we were building things.
There might have been a barbecue involved.
There might have been a lot of welding involved.
Right, Ravi. See you next week.
Yeah. Bye.